Whew. Okay. Wow, this feels super strange for me. This is the longest period of time that I have gone without filming a YouTube video, and I totally miss it. Like, I miss it so much. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like, I don't know, do I look a little, like browner, a little glowy, a little tanned? Because I just got back from Bali. If you don't know this already, I went on a holiday for 2 weeks to Bali. I went to Bali for 2 weeks as just a vacation. I didn't work, I didn't do anything, I just relaxed. I did so many different things. I traveled to so many different places in Bali. I went to Canggu. Sorry if you find this really boring, you can skip ahead. I went to Canggu, Ubud, Uluwatu, Jimbaran, which are like right next to each other, Nusa Dua, Nusa Penida, the Gili Islands. I went everywhere. I did quad biking in like the waterfalls and like the rice paddies. I went snorkeling so much, and the entire trip was just really relaxing, really rejuvenating, but I'm ready to come back to work now. One thing that did happen that was terrible was I was on the back of a scooter. I had my phone like this, directing myself to a restaurant. I had my phone like in front of me like this on the back of the scooter, and somebody came from behind me on a scooter, a guy, snatched my phone out of my hand and zoomed off like really fast on the scooter, like crazy, and that was it. I had no phone for pretty much almost 2 weeks. Like, I lost my phone. Well, I didn't lose it. My phone literally got stolen on like the 3rd day. So I had no phone for my entire trip, which was pretty shitty. But I do have to say, because I'm very much believe in this, what do you call, like this mentality of everything happens for a reason. And I know that kind of sounds a little stupid, because who wants their phone to be stolen? Like, nobody. That's just, I would hate anyone to go through it. I would hate anyone to experience the same thing, but it helped me to completely disconnect and enjoy my holiday so much more. So a little bit cheesy, but I do feel like maybe it happened for a reason. And don't worry, I was super worried about like my YouTube, my social media, but I just cancelled everything, changed all my passwords, so we're all good. Okay, that was the longest introduction ever. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys for so long, so I'm sorry. What's up? How are you guys doing? I honestly missed like talking to you, communicating with you guys, so I'm happy to be back filming, back at home. So yeah, let's get into today's video. What I'm doing today is a top 10 everyday fragrances for men. These are just my top 10. Obviously, there are many fragrances in the world that I haven't tried, that I don't own, but these are just my top 10 currently for like an everyday situation, whether you're going to work, whether you're just chilling, like these are my top 10. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it. So yes, I think that's all I'm gonna say. Do I usually say anything else in my introductions? I'm not really sure. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, so I have a mix of expensive, niche, indie, designer. I have a total mix here. So let's just get into it. There's no top 10, there's no one that I recommend much more, but I'm gonna describe the scent as best as I can, and you guys will see like if it fits you, kind of. Let's just go. Okay, so the first fragrance in my list for an everyday situation is Acqua di Gio Profumo by Giorgio Armani. Yes, this one is very hyped, very loved, very popular, but to me it's a very safe everyday fragrance. I do not recommend that you get the original Acqua di Gio in the clear bottle. I recommend this one. More dark, more intense, stronger, and much better. There's still like a real freshness to it, but it's kind of got, like I said, a little bit more of an intensity. So I feel like you could wear this day, night, day, everything, whenever, wherever. Perfect for everyday Acqua di Gio Profumo. Like I said, it's fresh, but it has a really beautiful patchouli note in here, I believe. Yeah, I love this one. I really do enjoy this fragrance now. I had to grow to love this one, but for me, now it's a fantastic everyday fragrance. Really smells good, like really like, it really smells high quality to me. So definitely check it out, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Especially if you loved the original, you'll definitely love this one. Okay, so let's talk about a niche fragrance. This is from Nissane. I feel like people say Nishane, but I was corrected. I think it's Nissane. Nissane. So this is Hachivat. Now, I heard so much about this fragrance. Like, I heard so much, and yes, it's supposed to smell kind of along the lines of Aventus. But for me, this smells so much better. Like, I'm sorry, this smells incredible, and I have like a love-hate relationship with Aventus. I really love the scent. I think it smells fantastic. But I also think the DNA of it is like way too common now. Like, a lot of people wear it, or they wear a clone. I think I just like don't like the idea of Aventus anymore. Even though it's a good scent, it is a good scent, but this is my recommendation. If you want something a little more unique, a little more intense, a little bit of a twist on Aventus, but still along those lines, this is your fragrance. Right here, Hachivat from Nisane. Now, this is so good. Epic longevity, like it lasts on your skin all day. It's a beast mode fragrance. You've got the pineapple, the bergamot, it's a little bit earthy, maybe some patchouli in there as well. I think there's oak moss as well in here, but it is fantastic, like absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit more rich over Aventus. You know, Aventus is kind of like fresh, a little smoky, blah, blah, blah. This one has a little bit more of a depth to it, a little bit more of a richness. So I really love this scent. Like, I 100% recommend it. If you love Aventus, but you want to try something a little better, perhaps, I recommend this one 100%. So Nisane Hachivat, really good fragrance. And I also want to say, one thing that annoys me about Aventus now is that the batches are like so different. Like, you never know which batch you're gonna get, how it's gonna smell. There's a smoky, there's a fruity, there's, you know, you never really know. And that's kind of what I don't like about Aventus, is how inconsistent the fragrances are, although it's a good scent. So there we go. Okay, next up, we have one from Fragrance du Bois, aka one of my favorite houses ever. It's a fantastic house. I'm in love, like, I love so many of their scents, but for me, this scent, I truly am in love with it. This is Oud Bleu Intense. Oud Bleu Intense. Oud Bleu Intense, this one is fantastic. Now, when I looked at the notes, the note breakdown of this fragrance is crazy. Like, there is so many different weird, unique notes in this scent, but to me, it is just so unique, fantastic, a little fresh, a little spicy, very unique, and a massive, I would say a massive compliment getter. There's almost as well, maybe kind of like a eucalyptus sort of smell in here too. There's a definite freshness, which you would not expect from the note breakdown of this scent. You would expect it to be really heavy and intense and thick and maybe like a little weird, but this is super unique, has a freshness, has a spiciness, maybe a little bit of like an aromatic green sort of thing going on, but it is just incredible, guys. You really have to get on this one. Super underrated, like super underrated. I feel like a lot of Fragrance du Bois fragrances are very underrated, and I totally get it. They're extremely expensive, like they're expensive as hell, but they are so worth it in my opinion. So I highly recommend Fragrance du Bois, and this is my pick for a man for every day. Work, whether you're going to work, whether you're going to lunch, whether you're going on a date, whatever, this 100% for every day. We have Pacific Rock Moss by Goldfield and Banks. Yes, this is like one of the most like perfect everyday scents, especially in the summer and spring. Like, you just cannot go wrong with Pacific Rock Moss. This is my second bottle, guys. Like, this is my second bottle, which I wear myself. Like, I literally wear this scent because I love it so much. It's the best aquatic on the market for me. For mi corazón. This is the best aquatic, like the best aquatic on the market. It's fresh, it's a little salty, it's a little bit of a little bit sweet. There's like a tiny little hint of sweetness in there, which I love. I'm actually gonna be honest with you guys, if you know Wood Sage and Sea Salt by Jo Malone, it kind of reminds me of Pacific Rock Moss. Like, they kind of sit along a similar line, except this definitely has a really amazing aquatic note in the scent. So if you like Wood Sage and Sea Salt, you're a girl, you're a guy, you like that scent, you will love Pacific Rock Moss, like 100%. It's a little salty, like I said, a little bit You know, it's fresh, a little salty, a little bit of like a grapefruit sort of note in there, very tropical, and I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed and it's perfect for every day. Okay, let's quickly talk about this bad boy, which I'm sure you guys are all familiar. Molecule 01. The scent that like nobody can smell but everybody can smell at the same time, which makes no sense at all. But when you spray this on you, you probably won't even smell it yourself. But trust me, everyone around you can smell you and you will definitely get compliments. 150 billion% you will get compliments with Molecule 01. If you don't know, it's made up of one molecule called isoe super. And the scent itself is extremely hard to describe, like impossible to describe. For me, it reminds me of a crisp white shirt. I don't really know why, but it just does. It's almost like, some people say pencil shaving, some people say like balsa wood. I don't know. For me, it just smells clean and a little fresh, but it's a fantastic scent. And I will let you guys in on a secret. I love mixing these two together. Like, I love it. Pacific Rock Moss and Molecule 01, they work so well. So I highly recommend this one for like every day. Maybe you're a doctor, maybe you're a doctor or a dentist or something that you can't wear a lot of fragrance in your job. I'm not sure why. Fantastic. This is like perfect. Parfum de Marly, Dali. So freaking underrated that it upsets me how underrated this scent is, and I couldn't believe how good that it smells, and you guys have to go out and get this one like now. So to me, oh my god, it is just fantastic. Dali to me is a fresh barbershop classic masculine scent for every day. It's fresh, it's aromatic, there's some mintiness in there, but it's very fresh, it's very crisp, it's kind of clean. It's that typical man out of the shower barbershop scent that is classic. It's a total classic scent, it's iconic, and you cannot go wrong with this. I would say this is easily, and the other Parfum de Marly that I have in this list, the most likable from the house. I would say this and the other one that I have in the list. So trust me, if you want a good everyday scent and you like those more classic masculine barbershop type of scents, wow, this is truly fantastic. Like truly super underrated that it hurts. Like it is really underrated. So Dali from Marly. Dali from Marly. Sycomore from Chanel. Love it. It's one of my favorite vetiver fragrances ever. I have another vetiver in this list actually. Actually, I have two more vetivers in this list. There we go. For somebody a little more mature, a little more sophisticated, but fantastic everyday scent. Woody, masculine, earthy, fresh, piney, like a pine forest sort of vibe. Peppery as well. There's a definite kind of like pepperiness to the scent, which I love. And it's just incredible. Truly one of the best vetiver fragrances that you could wear and that you could own. So Chanel Sycomore, it's incredible for every day. I see this one like literally being a signature scent for a man. This would be a fantastic signature scent. So Sycomore from Chanel. My other Parfum de Marly. What do you guys think it is? I'll leave you to guess for like 5 seconds. Percival from Parfum de Marly. Wow. I honestly am going to predict something right now, that this will be one of their like best-selling fragrances long term, because it is so likable. It is just 10 out of 10. It's honestly amazing. There's some orange. It reminds me a little of Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. There's some orange. There's a typical kind of masculine DNA to the scent, a typical man's cologne, but it has the niche edge. It 100% smells niche quality. It lasts all day. This is a freaking beast. Actually, there was a guy, hey, if you're watching my video, he was wearing this at my meet and greet in New York, and honestly, I'm gonna just say it, he smelled insane. I honestly didn't even recognize that it was Percival for a little while. I was kind of like, what is this guy wearing? And it was Percival, and it smelled 10 out of 10 fantastic. So these were my 2 recommendations for every day from Marly. Now I would recommend Dali if you're more into the classic barbershop, a little fresher, aromatic, some lavender. And I recommend Percival if you kind of want something maybe like a more signature sort of scent, like a signature that you could wear all year round, summer, autumn, winter, spring. You can wear it anytime, anywhere, any situation. They both work in any situation, but I would say this is more of a signature. This is more of a signature. This is more of like your typical fresh, masculine, aromatic barbershop scent. So those are my 2 recommendations from Marley. Okay, let's try and get this going. Let's try and wrap it up. So next one, another vetiver, like I said, Vetiver Parfum Cologne from Roger. This is one of their new fragrances, like the new line that he just released, the cologne line. Wow, 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 wow. Like I said, this and Chanel Sycomore are my 2 favorite vetiver fragrances ever. I actually had the opportunity to sit down with Roger Dove himself. I know, like I couldn't breathe. In Cannes, and he showed me the whole entire line, and I said to him, I was like, whoa, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Obviously I was sitting with Roger Dove, so I'm not going to insult his fragrances, but I could not believe how good they were. And yeah, this is just 10 out of 10. Vetiver Parfum Cologne, it's obviously very vetiver heavy, like very, very, very vetiver heavy. I would say even more so than Sycomore. It's a little fresher. The vetiver is very strong. It's a little bit kind of, it's very earthy. It's very earthy. It's a little smoky. Maybe like a hint of like spice or like kind of pepperiness, like a tiny little tiny hint. Some citrusiness. It is just fantastic. Highly recommend it, and for a cologne, it lasts a very long time on my skin. So if you like vetiver, you 100% have to check out the Vetiver Cologne. Every day for sure, it's fantastic, and it's not just your typical fresh fragrance. Because it's got the vetiver in there, it becomes a little more sophisticated, a little more masculine, and a little more unique. So Vetiver Parfum Cologne from Roger. My final fragrance is Eau Sauvage Parfum from Dior. Now, this again is a vetiver, but this is very soapy. To me, it's got a very strong soapiness to it. And I remember I did a video recently and it was like the most masculine cologne ever, because for me, this is very masculine. Like, I would never put this onto my body because it just smells too masculine to me. Like a classic man, Yes, it is more of a, not dated scent. I don't think it's dated, but it is definitely for somebody who can hold a fragrance like this. It's more sophisticated, it's more mature, it's an incredible scent, honestly. And I would say you get like this kind of weird fruity note in the top, like a little tiny fruity note. And loads of vetiver, and a very soapiness. It does give me like similarities to Grey Vetiver from Tom Ford. So I feel like if you like Grey Vetiver, you will like Eau Sauvage Parfum, but I think that this is way better. So keep that in mind. Eau Sauvage Parfum, fantastic everyday scent. Fantastic. Okay, I think that is it, you guys. Yeah, so that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed my video. It feels really good to be back, really good to be filming. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions, any comments, any recommendations, any video requests. Just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.